Bringing you another episode of Mindset Monday. Hey, as always, I hope you had an amazing week and are getting ready to have even more of an amazing week this week. And so, what I'm going to talk about today on today's topic of Mindset Monday is it's going to be really kind of a three-part. I'm going to break this down into three parts. Same subject, and that subject is around how do you have a better day. And I hear this a lot of people that that I coach and in my world and just in general, right? Is that people are like, how do I set myself up to have like the best day that I can possibly have? And I've spoken on this, over the last 10 years of doing Mindset Monday, but I wanted to kind of hopefully condense it down to make it to where it's like, hey, what are these three? And I talk about three buckets, right? And that's why I'm going to break it over 3 weeks. So today, what we're going to talk about is bucket number one of how do you set yourself up to have the best day possible. Now, for me, what I'm going to start with is just letting you know is like, I believe it's how you start your day is how your whole day is going to flow. So number one thing, and this is kind of like a bonus, so this isn't the thing yet. So just as a bonus is that if you get up normally from an alarm clock, is the best thing that you can do is do not hit the snooze. When that alarm goes off, you turn off the alarm and you immediately get up, because what you're doing is at that point, you're already having a win. When you hit your snooze alarm, you're basically just telling your brain, it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to hit this. And then you maybe hit it again. Hey, and we've all been there. I used to do it. I would hit the snooze alarm like 2 to 3 times. This is years ago before I made a change to start getting up earlier and doing things differently. So here's the tip. Start turning off your alarm immediately and then get up. You're already programming your brain to like, hey, we're setting ourselves up to win. So what is bucket number one when we're wanting to create and have a better day or the best day that we can possibly have? Bucket number one is what I talk about is what the title of this podcast, if you would. It's Mindset Monday. It starts with doing something for your mind. Okay. Now that can look so many different ways, but what we want to do is that we want to make sure that we're feeding our minds. So give you some examples of what that could look like. One, it's getting up and you could read. You could literally read 10 pages in a book in about 15 minutes, give or take, depending on the font of the book. But roughly, you can do that, right? 10 pages in 15 minutes. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but here's the thing. You can read a book roughly in a month. If you read 10 pages a day or read 15 minutes a day, you can read a book a month. That's 12 books a year, or the same book 12 times. If you want to go deeper on something simple, right? You can be practicing gratitude. It's using, and you hear me talk about this a lot, is having a gratitude journal, is writing down, hey, what are the things that I'm grateful for today? Again, how are we feeding our mind? You could learn a new word. Like, hey, the word of the day is I want to learn some word, and there's tons of things you can just Google that, right? Hey, give me the word of the day and learn something, right? Your brain. It could be a crossword puzzle. It could be a regular puzzle. It could be Sudoku. Okay. Whatever that looks like, that's challenging you. Also, it could be that you want to hone a skill. Let's say that used to maybe play the piano, or you do, or a guitar or some musical instrument. Is what if you spent 15 minutes in the beginning of the day of just practicing that just a little bit more? Again, it won't change the very first 15 minutes that you do it, but it's those little incremental things that are so, so powerful. This is how that we make those change. And again, it sets us up because it's something that we accomplish. It's like, hey, I spent 15 minutes reading today. Maybe it's you want to learn a new language. Spend however much time that your morning allows you to be able to carve that out. Now, I know what you're going to say. It's like, well, Bill, wait, I don't have that kind of time. Well, I'm going to say that you do. It's just making it a priority. You see, because studies have shown that we spend anywhere from 4 up to 4 hours a day between social media and TV. That's 4 hours a day. And you're telling me that you can't find 15 minutes. It's all about priority. So what are you doing to feed your mind? We're going to start with that. I gave you the list. Pick one of those, or it could be something totally different, right? Than what you want to do. I'm just giving you some examples of what that looks like. For me, I start my morning off for my mind is I'm reading. I'm in for me personally is that I'm in scripture. So I'm in the Bible, I'm reading. We have a reading plan through our church, and I know what that's going to look like. And I'll do some journaling. Okay. And you guys have heard me talk about my morning routine, but the issue of it is that it's feeding our mind. It's getting ourselves setting ourselves up to win and not getting up. That's the thing, is like when we hit that snooze alarm 2 or 3 times, then we get behind, and then all day long, and we've all felt that way, where we're playing catch up, like all day long. It's like, I don't have time to do any of these things. And here's what happens. What we prioritize gets done. What we don't, doesn't. It's just the nature of life, especially in the world that we live in today, that we're doing way more than we probably ever have before. So that's what I've got for you today in today's Mindset Monday, is how to have a better day. This is part 1. So stick with me over the next 2 weeks. I'm going to share with you the bucket number 2 and bucket number 3 that I recommend. And studies have shown this, not just me, is that what buckets to fill to get your day, so you can go out and just start crushing it, your goals, and you're setting yourself up to win all day long. So what are you doing for your mind? Hey, and I'd love to hear, hey, what do you do what do you do for your mind? What it is. I'd love to hear what, different things, because you can share and someone will go, oh, hey, I didn't really think about that. So drop that in the comments below. Hey, as always, thank you for letting me be part of your life each Monday, to get on and hopefully share something of value that you can take and then that you can use in your life to make it better, to go out and have an awesome day. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you back here next Monday. Bye-bye now.